Hello, my name is Denis Nicolaas Maria Bergkamp. Even though I am known on the football pitches as the Iceman, or the non-flying Dutchman, my story actually began in the modest streets of Amsterdam, where my touch of the ball gradually turned into an art form. A boy who felt an inner shyness towards football, who spent hours kicking the ball against the wall, eventually grew up in Ajax's legendary academy and became an unforgettable icon at Arsenal. This sentence best summarizes my journey. I was born on the 10th of May 1969 in Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands. My father, Wim, was an electrician who also played in amateur leagues and had a deep passion for football. Together with my mother, Tonnie, they raised 4 boys, and I was the youngest. We lived in a working-class neighbourhood. Ours was a disciplined, modest family with dreams of moving up to the middle class. My father named me after the Scottish star Denis Law. Football was always present in our home, but as a young boy I wasn't particularly passionate about it at first. I mostly played in the streets with my 3 older brothers. Sometimes I would spend hours kicking the ball against the wall right next to our house. That wall was my first training partner. Those wall sessions strengthened my ball control and formed the foundation of my technique. When watching matches, I always paid attention to the smallest details. I would replay positions in my mind over and over again, trying to remember every little thing. My brothers even used to call me overly observant and obsessive. My love for football grew slowly over time. Watching my father's amateur matches, following FA Cup finals on television with my brothers and then rushing outside to play. These moments gradually connected me to the game. What fascinated me most was the very first touch of the ball and the feeling of controlling it. I especially enjoyed watching players like Glenn Hoddle, with their elegant and delicate touch. When I was 11 years old, Ajax's scouts noticed me. I joined Ajax's famous youth academy. That was when things really changed. Ajax's philosophy required every player to be able to play in every position, so I developed myself both defensively and offensively. As the coaches recognized my talent, my determination to improve my ball control, passing and creativity grew stronger. The years I spent in the academy taught me not only how to play football, but also how to feel the ball like an extension of my own body. My performances in the youth teams quickly attracted attention. In 1986, at the age of 17, I made my professional debut for Ajax's first team. From that day on, my career gained rapid momentum. During my time at Ajax, I absorbed the total football legacy of Dutch football. I felt the influence of names like Johan Cruyff and Louis van Gaal on the pitch. I contributed to the club's history with many beautiful goals and championship titles. In 1993, I transferred to Internazionale in Italy. I spent 2 seasons there. The discipline and tactical rigidity of Italian football taught me a great deal. Then, in 1995, I joined Arsenal in England. This transfer opened a brand new chapter for me. Under the management of Arsene Wenger, I witnessed and contributed significantly to Arsenal's legendary Invincibles era. The unforgettable goals I scored at Highbury Stadium, especially that magnificent volley against Newcastle. For me, those were not just goals, but expressions of my love for the ball. Representing my country with the Netherlands national team was a great honor. I played 79 matches and scored 37 goals. My performance at the 1998 World Cup also remains memorable. My bond with my family has always been very strong. My relationship with my father gradually went beyond that of a father and son. He was my first source of inspiration. Growing up in a modest environment helped me keep my feet on the ground despite all the success. Even today, when I look at that old wall in my Amsterdam neighborhood, I remember that everything started there. After retiring from football, I stayed within the sport. I worked as assistant coach at Ajax and tried to pass on the same love for the perfect touch to young talents. In short, I was a boy who was initially distant from football and developed himself by kicking the ball against the wall, but over time I became the master of the ball. The greatest joy in this journey was making that perfect first touch and creating a work of art on the pitch. My love and passion for football continue with the same sincerity even today.